Alright, so firstly, introduce yourself.
Billy Somovilla, captain, or as people know me, big issue seller.
What number are you? Number 4.
Yeah, number 4, yeah.
How long have you
Lucky
been
number.
captain for?
Couple of seasons, I think, now. I dropped down into the reserves to help them in first season, make it productive. And since then, I've stayed as captain. So
That was the 17-18 season.
yeah, it was, yeah. When we were playing at bad pitches like Lloyd Park.
And then we moved up to the first team the following season. And you did stay as captain, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yeah, because Mickey used to have it.
Oh, yeah. Mickey finished. Yeah. Right, yeah. I know, yeah, that's fair. So, yeah, the number 4, why is that lucky?
I don't know. I've always had it. I used to have 11 and 4, and I've always seemed to play really well in it.
11?
I can't really echo that. Yeah.
Oh, you know who wears 11 now?
Yeah, I do. I can't say too much on that one. But,
No, I'm not mentioning his name because you'll think he's got a bit of clout. He hasn't.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything there. If we do, you know what happened. Head will explode. No, I thought I played well this season. I haven't had the best one, but
do you know what? Like,
been good to me.
Coming into Sunday League, like I didn't realise how much people worry about their shirt number. Because, like, for example, Josh Uzun came and he wanted number 10. And I think at the time, we didn't actually have number 10, did we? We had... What number did he start with?
Oh, it was a double figure.
It was a high number, yeah. It was like 18
or
something like that.
One of the spares or something.
Yeah, and then the only reason he got number 10 was because Willian left. And then now Willian's come back. He wants number 10 back. So, like, people are so anal about having shirt numbers. Like, it's just crazy. Just a shirt's a shirt, isn't it?
Well, you say you're not, but there's just a little thing about a number. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it just makes you feel more comfortable in the game, or I don't know. There's little things to it that you can't really explain or people understand.
Yeah, I mean, some people have, like, superstitions before games and that, don't they? So certain things they have to do before games.
Yeah.
Have you got any of them?
Set plan in the morning. I always have my eggs on toast with a coffee, and that's my routine. If I don't have that, I feel like I'm not prepared. So regardless what's happening the night before, how well I've slept, I have to get up and have that. So.
You have to make sure that you have an ankle strap on, don't you?
Yeah, and it's always the right one before the left one.
Really?
Don't ask me why. Yeah.
Oh, I never noticed.
No one knows that. So there you are. There's a new bit of info.
Alright, so what is your opinions on Sanderstead and like how the club's run, what Gary does, things like that?
Well, I've been involved in a little bit about the running of the club. I think Gary's he's put so much effort into it. I don't think a lot of people see what he does. Like, he does love the club loads. He probably has to stop at some point, bless him, for him, but I don't think he can. He wants to keep it going, and then you've progressed into... I remember when you first got the role with a manager for the reserves, and you were umming and ahhing.
Well, do you know what happened? Do you know how that all started? So
I think I did, because I helped you get it, I believe.
No, so basically what happened is you got me in to start playing, and that was the 16-17 season when Sanderstead finished like rock bottom of Division 1. Was it 1 or 2? One of them.
I think it was 1. Yeah. We had about 9 players facing forward.
It was the worst thing ever. Anyway, I left to go and try and play for AFC Fulton. And I played pre-season, and then I got injured. And there was no way I could have played again. And I decided then that I was going to give up football purely because I just didn't want to get injured for work and things like that. Then I had like a moment where I wanted to start playing again, because obviously when you stop playing football, you sort of want to keep playing, you don't. So I came to one of the friendlies, like during pre-season. I think you were playing... Oh no, you actually were playing AFC Fulton. and
Oh
Connor
yeah,
was in goal.
when we lost 4-2, I believe.
Yeah, because Connor got lobbed from the halfway line by Badger.
Yeah, we don't want to remind him about that. Break him.
But I tried to get back into the team, and Gary was like, "No, I've got Connor now. We can have two keepers. Like, we'll rotate." And like that, for any keeper on a Sunday league, that is just shit.
It's not what you want to hear.
No
you
one
don't
wants to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so nothing happened, and then all of a sudden we had just so many players that Gary was like, "Well, I'm going to start reserves," and then I said I'd manage it, and that's how it went, really.
Wasn't it that friendly against? Was it Shirley or Silsden? And,
we turned up with 21 players. Yeah.
And we thought, this is not fair. We've got a good standard of players, and it's only fair that we get everyone playing.
Yeah.
So we put a team together in, well, you, Gary, and a bit of help from everyone, put a team together in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks before the season started, and we had no pre-season at all. We didn't play a game. We turned up to the first ever game. No one knew each other, anything like that. And, mate, the only way I could put a team together was just knowing people's positions. Like, I didn't know them. The players didn't know each other. And we went 1-0 up against Croydon Tatton reserves. And I think we lost 2-1.
Yeah,
it's a game that we should have. It's a game we should have won, 100%. It was one of those fights. I think actually every game we played against Croydon Town reserves, we should have beaten. Anyway, we won't go into that. I'm going sidetracking now. Anyway, so like, what would you do differently as a club if you could think of anything?
What I would do is progress it further as much as we can. So my idea would be setting up kids football with the progression of young teenagers, maybe 14, 15 years old, and then looking for the future, because a few of us are getting old. We can't play forever.
Well, I think we'll lose 2, maybe 3 players this year, like going into next season because of age, I think.
Well, age, kids, jobs. So if we can look at getting young players coming through and keeping the club going and give them an opportunity to progress, I think that's the best thing for it. Yeah,
definitely. All right, so going into just touching on what you just said, we're obviously going to have a under-14 side next season in the Tandridge League.
Yeah.
I'm quite looking forward to that, actually. That's something I've never been involved in kids football, really, and it's something that I'm looking forward to. Tandridge League is like the whole of London.
I think it's quite a big area.
Yeah, because I think someone said to me the other day there was a team that came from like Southwark or something, like where the Tate Modern is, somewhere like around that way.
Oh wow, more than likely
South Bank.
The league
South Bank.
South Bank, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's definitely a way that we can move forwards. Obviously, if we keep with that team, they'll just progress up and up the age group, and then they eventually can go into one of our 3 men's teams, I guess.
Exactly that, or even if we can progress them quicker, or if there's other opportunities for them away from us, at least we know we've built them up to have the opportunity. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be quite rewarding if you had a young kid, sort of 14 or whatever, and all of a sudden they got scouted, and you know that it was your club that produced a talent. I don't know, that'd be quite a rewarding...
Well, they would know as well, yeah. They always remember Sanderstead for that, and the opportunity they got given, I believe. So I think that would be brilliant in the long run for both the kids and for the football team and everyone involved.
Yeah. All right, so going away from kids and back to men's, what sort of opinion have you had on this season? Especially compared to how successful we were last season.
It's been, for me watching and playing, of course, it's been a massive adjustment. The difference between Division 1 and the Prem, I underestimated it, I'll be honest. And that, I think I won't be the only one to say that. In the first game, we went in late, wasn't prepared and thought, I'd be fine. And we got wiped off the park. Yeah, we didn't have a full team, blah, 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 but that taught us a lesson. But other than that, I think it's been said before, we've never been beaten heavily, maybe by the Spartans a couple of weeks back. But other than that, I feel we've been in games. But overall as a season, it's been silly mistakes, people not playing as well as they can. That's me massively. We've had a bad season this year. I'll be the first to admit that. But we didn't have the consistency where we've getting in players left, right and centre. Very good players, but they take time to gel with everyone else. So.
Yeah. I mean, I love all of our players for individual reasons, like their ability, just their personality, everything. But I do think that some of them have taken a little bit too, longer to adapt to the different league, which is fine. But hopefully, now they've had a full season playing at a higher level, next season they can actually step up and be the player that we know they can be.
Well, look at, say, Josh, for example. He's come with a big reputation.
Which Josh?
Both Joshes. You've got Josh Oozing.
Yeah.
And the first few games, I'll probably admit that I was like, oh, you've played at this level. He didn't show enough.
No, I'll be honest. Like when I first saw, obviously I knew about Josh and what he'd played and who he'd played for and things like that. And then seeing him play, I thought he'd made a false living off it. He didn't look half that player.
He didn't, but then
whether that's down to sort of fitness or something like that, like I don't really know. But also, I'm sorry to cut you off, but also you got him and Steve were the same position. So you've got Steve, who was scoring a goal every game or whatever, and Josh, who was scoring a ton of goals at whatever level that is. I think that's Ishmael Prem, Corinthian Casuals, isn't it? Coming into a team, and it's always gonna be hard to get the balance right. So Josh started off playing centre mids, and then he played one at striker, and then he's played some at centre back, and now obviously Steve has left. Josh has gone to striker and actually play into Josh's strengths as a striker. He's showing us how good he can be, and he can still be even higher than the level he's playing at now. Imagine he keeps saying it. Imagine if he was fit.
Well, if he was fit in the nicest way, we wouldn't have him.
Well, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Because he has got that brain. We saw in the manager's game. He had to sit centre back. He's not a centre back. He's not the biggest, but he led the line.
Yeah.
He knew where to be, knew what to do, and he got a goal as well. So he's still got that attacking. But he's starting to come at his own. He's getting goals, assists. That's what I mean with the consistency. The players are turning out. He knows how we all play now.
Yeah,
now
definitely.
He's taking it on himself to up the game.
No, for me personally, I hope he stays a little bit chubby.
Same. I'll keep feeding him when we're at work.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, aims for next season then?
From a personal point of view, I'll start
I
would love clean sheets.
Definitely.
To reduce the goals conceded. That's a team thing and for me, because the amount of mistakes we made hurt, because we scored goals, not an issue.
Yeah.
But conceding, and it hurts to concede, believe it or not, I hate it, even though we conceded a hell of a lot. So I think that. But aims, I think we should be pushing high. We should be going with the players we've got and the players we should or can try and bring in. If we could look for the top 3 or 4, that would be a very good progression.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this season we had 1 clean sheet.
That's what I mean.
And that was against Adderton United. So no disrespect to them. Yeah. But it ain't good enough. We've conceded a goal in every single game we've played. But on the other hand, apart from the first game we played against Battersea, we've scored a goal in every game we've played as well.
So there's the underlying issue. We're always capable of scoring.
Like I'll come with the stat again that I had the other day with Shaq, I think it was, is we've conceded the most in the Prem, but we've then gone and scored the third most in the Prem. So we haven't got a problem scoring goals. There's no issue with that. But we're having to score 2 goals to win a game.
Or 2 goals to stay in a game.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue is. But I said it's that consistency where we've had no disrespect. We haven't played to our full strengths, any of the defence, and that's me. And we haven't had the same back line 2 or 3 games in a row, where last year we had 5 defenders through the whole of the season, if not 6. And look what happened. We were getting clean sheets, reducing the goals, because we all know how to play together.
Well, last season we had the best goal difference across all 4 divisions in Croydon.
There you are. So we had the balance right. But then the step up is big. We've got a lot of ex-pros, a lot of Saturday League semi-pro players playing. So the difference of that is much better. So we just haven't adjusted quick enough.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you touched on it about players coming in for next season. Without saying too much, obviously, we should have signed 2 players today and yesterday from a good team in Croydon. Who do you think we need to get hold of? Defenders, attackers, midfielders? Keepers?
I think striker-wise we're good. I would love another winger who could stretch the defence, because that's how we won the league last year.
Yeah. With
2 out-and-out wingers. Because Josh up front is very good. We could maybe do with another option, but then we have got players that can play up there. The midfield, I think, is strong. I think they're very strong, very clever players. But defensively, if we could get a big centre-back in, or a full-back, maybe a less-footed left-back, that I think would be fine. Honestly, we don't need much, but we just need individual little bits here and there.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're definitely going to get a striker in the summer. I've got 3 or 4 names in my head that I want. Probably 2 of them are a little bit easier than the others.
Of course, yeah, you're going to have to work hard for this.
Yeah, but I mean, I've made movements for all sorts of players already. So, but then you got Shaq coming back from injury as well. That's going to take him a while. Possibly Jono comes back. Hopefully, I'm really crossing my fingers for that, because he'd be such a key player to get back.
Very good team player.
Oh, yeah. Even if, like I said, I think I said on the phone to you the other day, even if we get 45 minutes out of him from the start and slowly work him back in for a season, then that's fine. But
well, you know what you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. You touched on a left-footed left-back as well. I think that could be key. I mean, I hope Jamie comes back. I really do, but I'm sort of on the fence whether he will or not, to be honest.
If he does, it saves a lot, because I've got a lot of time for Jamie, a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And a good footballer at that, so it's good. But if he's not available for whatever reasons, that's fine, because everyone has their own reasons for why.
Yeah, I mean, I think Shaq said it, when things... I don't know what the reasoning behind why he's not playing is, but he, past seasons, I've seen when he was at Fulton, he wasn't necessarily getting the game time that he deserves. Whereas with us, we all appreciate him. We all want him to be playing. So I'm hoping that in that sort of sense, he'll feel wanted and want to be with us. But
I would love him back.
Maybe, I mean, Shaq said that when things don't go his way, maybe his head drops a little bit. But, I mean, it's all understandable. No one wants to lose and that. But I really hope he comes back.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so yesterday you'd have heard the one with Josh. We'd spoke about the captaincy thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Your opinions on it.
Yeah, I'll happily talk about it. I understand what he said. He messaged me as well, and he said, "Have you watched it?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Look, you spoke really well." And I think if people aren't happy with myself being captain, I'm more than happy to speak to everyone. I want to be approachable to everyone. If it's not working and it needs a change, that's fine. Of course, I would love to do it, because I see it as a privilege in I enjoy being the captain and talking to people and making sure everyone's good. And then there's things I can improve, but I feel I'm a good candidate. There's other people that could easily be captain, I think, in the team that step up for other reasons. But it's what the team want, what you want. I don't know. I'm not going to have an argument about it or disagreement. I just go with whatever is best. But we have to look at the overall picture. It's not about me being that or anything like that.
No, I think everyone's got your back. I just think where you've had such a poor season that there's obviously maybe questions asked. Maybe there's not even questions asked. Maybe it's me just being a bit of a wooden spoon stirrer, you know?
Look, you're on my back and Josh is on my back because they know I can play at a higher level. It's not being horrible.
No.
I'm not saying high level like semi-pro up here. That's gone. I can't do that now, but I know that has been my worst season I've ever played.
Yeah.
And I can happily admit that I'm the biggest critic. But at the same time, there has been other things going on. But regardless of all of that, I need to make sure I'm preparing myself better for games or something to get my level back, because I pride myself on being consistent.
Yeah.
I'm never going to get man in the matches every game, if not ever. But 7 or 8, like a James Milner type player. Never the best player on the pitch, but never the worst. So that's where I need to get it right. So.
Yeah. All right, well, we're on 36 minutes, so this is the longest one so far. Oh, no, we're on 21 minutes, sorry.
Apologies.
So the last few little... touch on YouTube quickly. What's your opinions on it and sort of, would you do anything differently?
I like it. I remember coming in watching all these teams, SE Dons. We watched Spartans before they even come to the league. And now it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. More teams are filming, recording. I'll probably say the same thing, is get a bit of the pre-match and after-match. Yeah. Even if, see what people are saying, see how people are, the laughs and the jokes we do have, because you just see the game and then we're done and we go home. We do have a laugh and joke. There's a good atmosphere. There's no bad eggs in the team. So, and that's what I want people to see as well. We know that, but just to see, look, we are this team. We do have a laugh and joke. It's not all serious. So.
Yeah, I think pre-season, if pre-season does happen, I want to play a few YouTube teams just so I can sort of learn off them, really. Just have a look at how they do things. It's all good having a look at a video online, but actually seeing it in the flesh, what they're recording, how they're recording, things like that, just so that I can have a little learn.
Yeah, talk to them. Just see, because you never know, do you? And there's no harm. They're not going to tell you not what to do, but if they're getting a lot of views and they're doing things better and it's more consistent, it's only going to help and benefit. So.
Yeah. All right, so we'll run through a little couple questions. Your least favourite player at Sanderstead? And I'm going to say you can't say Josh Uzan because he said it yesterday, so you got to pick someone else.
I wasn't going to say him.
Oh, all right, good.
I wasn't going to say him, believe it or not. And that's not to get him back. Oh, wow. There's two. There's one that's gone and one that stayed. And it's hard to say least favourite because it sounds really hard.
Yeah, no, like I'm only doing this as a mess around. Like this isn't actually you hate this person. Like we all love each other, but just...
So the one that left was Steve.
Yeah.
Because yes, he get 2 goals, but he missed 10 chances.
Yeah.
And he only talk about the 2 goals. So short and sweet, that's him. I could say much more.
Yeah.
In the league is Connor, because I've got so much time for him. Lovely person, family, absolutely unbelievable. And he's got so much potential. So much. It's crazy. But he just lets himself down with not a little mistake.
Yeah.
A big mistake. And that's why I kind of hate him sometimes. But then I need to be better to protect him. So it goes both ways. But I would say Connor. Yeah,
Connor's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
But when he's on his game against the Spartans, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. So he knows he can do it. He just needs to pull his finger out and do it. So
Infuriating.
He's 95% of the game. He's quality, but then the last 5%, he just has these stupid concentration laps, and he'll concede the most appalling goals.
Yeah, it's never a little mistake.
No, that's the thing. With goalkeepers, like the mistakes are always noticed so much more.
Yeah, highlighted more. Yeah.
So, but as a team, we've got to do better to protect him and help him out,
Of course,
and not get on his back as well for a start.
Exactly. Keep his head up and keep him positive.
So, all right, favourite player.
Right, this one I've got. It's underrated because I've known him a long time. A lot of people probably won't say it, but I will go for Chris. And that's Love It.
Love It.
Because I've played with him Saturday. I played with him Sunday, not because of that reason, but his attitude to football and his effort and work rate and just everything about him is why you want to play with him.
Yeah,
he's not the best
100%.
player, but he puts 200%, regardless of what's happening here. Some of the things he's had to go through, and he's still turning up. He lives miles away, and he turn up on the bus on time, give everything, and go. So I can't say a bad word about that player.
No, I mean, if people, no one knows what Chris goes on in Chris's life, but if you would know and see the performances and what he does, like during the game, like he would put 110% in the whole game, coming from the middle of nowhere, like the opposite side of London, just to play. Like,
just to play
the guy, honestly, I've got so much respect for him. He's just unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why.
And like you said, he might not necessarily be the best player, but he will 100% give you all the effort, and he's got really good fitness as well.
Do you know what? If throw his body, I don't know how he's got the fitness. He smokes like a train.
I know.
But then he runs from Mitcham to training and stuff like that. So
yeah, he's mental. But yeah,
exactly
all right. If you could bring one player back from like ex-Sanderstead, who would it be?
It's hard because there's a lot of underrated players. Naturally, you go and say a Coppin, a Rob Coppin, or a Steve back. But genuinely, just for his attitude and how about I say Mickey.
Yeah, that's Mickey's my choice as well.
Because he was
maybe not now guy. Because he's up probably about 45 or something. But
not now, yeah. It make Ben look young, bless him.
Yeah, but definitely, I think Mickey's outlines everything what Sanderstead's about. Really, just hard work,
that.
Friendly,
gentleman, hard work, exactly. Yeah. So.
All right, and lastly, I had something else to say, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, your most memorable moment for Sanderstead.
Well, I've been there a long time.
Well, you've been here, 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons? No. 8, here's some stats. 4 seasons, 83 games, 1 goal.
You could have left that part out.
1 goal. And that was this season as well. So you went 3 whole seasons without scoring a goal.
I scored, but they're friendly. Doesn't count.
No, they don't count.
Exactly. So, for me, there's many funny moments, things that have happened. I could run through a lot, but to nail it down to one thing, I would have to say, it just sticks with me. It's going all the way up to past Gatwick on a horrible day.
Oh, yeah.
In the cup with bare 11. I think there was 12, sorry.
Yeah, we had 12. Yeah.
I see dangerous people falling over in the car park. We had no defenders getting injured, strikers playing at right back, people having the best game of their life, thinking, you've never done that, what you're doing, and to grind out a clean sheet and park the bus for 85 minutes with a 90-minute game. I've never seen it in Sunday League, and I felt so relieved, like as a whole unit, to get that clean sheet and go to the next round.
No, that's my favourite game. 1-0 against Hawley Town, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Favourite ever game. But yeah. Alright, so if you just want to add anything else?
Of course, with everything going on, I always have to say, stay safe. That goes to Sanderstead, to everyone in the Croydon League and other leagues. Football's on the back burner, so stay safe, look after yourself, and hopefully we'll be playing sooner rather than later.
Alright, nice one.
No worries.
Thank you very much.